Tracy has his mail.
Minor details.
Alright, looks like we're live. So hello everyone, welcome to the Pokemon Puzzle League very hard speedrun for Retrothon. My name is Tayman. I am the world record holder in the super hard category, and I'm going to be racing the very hard category with ConklesToTheMax and RaikouRider.
Hey, RaikouRider here. I should be the one winning this race because my handle has the fastest Pokemon on land in it, Kappa.
Yes, good logic there.
But I'm ConklesToTheMax, and I should be winning this race because it's a maximum victory.
Or it could be maximum time.
I don't think there is theoretically a maximum time.
Yeah, this game could... This game will destroy your conceptions of how bad your run can be.
There's also, there's the infinite scroll glitch, too.
I kind of hope that happens, actually, because I don't know if that's happened in a marathon setting.
I don't think so. This has been in a lot of marathons, and I don't think I don't think ISG has happened in any of them.
Yeah, but before we go ahead and get started, let me give a brief explanation as to how this game's going to work, because... oh, whoops, I should probably get rid of my timer there. Okay, so this can go by a little quickly, so I want to give you guys an idea of what you're looking for. So, this game has a weird trick with the AI, where the AI is programmed to clear the very bottom garbage block. So we are going to try to do a special 2-4 combo chain. A combo is when you clear 4 blocks or more, and the chain is when you clear blocks and then other blocks fall and clear again. So the AI is programmed to clear the lowest garbage block. So we're going to try to send over a pattern of garbage blocks so that one will fall near the bottom. And if the AI cannot find a clear on the bottom garbage block, their cursor will freak out and they're going to die, even if they would have had moves elsewhere. So you're going to be looking for that in the latter half of the run, where the AI gets a little better. In the first half of the run, the AI isn't as good, so we're just going to try to top them off as soon as possible. So that's what you're looking for. And if anyone has any questions, we'll try to monitor chat as best we can. And if there are any other Puzzle League runners in chat, feel free to chime in with explanations. But I think that's a good overview for now. You guys have anything to add before we go ahead and get started?
I don't really think so. VHard's a pretty difficult category to run, just because you have to make that transition from the lower level strats in the beginning to once you hit stage 9, Tracy, is when you have to transition to S-hard strats, and you have to be good at both of them to have a good time in this category.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a weird blend of hard at the beginning and S-hard strats at the end.
And this race and don't look at our PBs to determine who can win this race. This race can go any way it wants to. Also, one more thing that we should probably bring up, I don't know if you want to do it now or wait until we actually get into the latter half of the run, is talking about reset strats.
Oh yeah, let's get started for now. I think the intro's gone on a while. So this game it's very chill, it's very cozy. Things aren't really going to change much as you go on, so we want lots of meme talk about Pokemon in the game. And I personally will pick whichever Pokemon chat tells me to. So feel free to get your votes in for that.
I'll pick Pikachu because it's the fastest menuing.
Well, you can pick Pikachu, but I'm selling myself out right now. All right,
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we start, though, I want chat to do a little bit of spamming, so if you want me to win, post a 1. If you want RaikouRider to win, post a 2. And if you want Tayman to win, post a 3.
Oh, man. It's a democratic vote.
Okay, could we get a countdown, though?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait for the countdown in chat.
Hang on. Am I even in the correct channel? Oh, okay. I see.
There it goes. Yeah.
Raiko, I choose you!
Way to go!
So I won't be saying too terribly much during the run.
Pikachu! Keep on trying! Way to go! Keep on trying! Pikachu! Way to go! I'm gonna win! Try it!
I almost went to split. But then I realized you don't have those for this.
Most of the variance of this run is gonna just come from the AI just randomly getting winners.
Way to go!
Yeah, just being a butt.
I'm gonna win! Keep on trying! Way to go! Keep on trying!
Like this Gary one.
I'm gonna win!
I have no context.
I'm gonna win! Keep on trying!
Oh, apparently I think my run's going decent. I just got an 18-second block.
Pikachu!
Oh wow.
18 minutes.
Yep, and yeah, my block is being kind of a butt right now.
Thanks, Gary one.
Yeah! Congratulations!
Alright, there we go.
Anyway, can we get a shout out for BB Forky? He was supposed to do commentary over this race, but unfortunately could not make it.
Yeah, Forky is the community organizer for the puzzle community, and he does commentary on almost like every race that I ask him to.
Way to go!
Well, I messed that up.
Way to go!
Welcome to Puzzle League.
No problem.
Pikachu!
There is a lot of execution in this run, yes,
Way
but
to go!
the way the AI is, there's only so much you can do.
No problem.
I have to execute well in order to capitalize on good luck.
Pikachu!
Alright, there we go.
No problem.
I'm gonna win!
No problem.
Nice marathon luck, Brock, thanks.
Thanks, I hate it.
Are you ready?
I would like my last run back, please.
Okay, what? Come on.
RNGesus giveth, RNGesus taketh
Oh, wow.
away.
Okay. 14-second surge. Works for me.
It doesn't actually work for me, but...
Also, apparently we're getting some, apparently the commentary might be a little hard to hear.
Way to go!
If anyone wants to look into that.
Good battle! Good battle!
Alright, that was a very nice Erica there.
I'm gonna win!
So Mike, the AI affects things by, well basically, what's the best way to explain this? It really depends on how smart the AI is with their block movements, and sometimes they can be very smart about it, and sometimes they can be very dumb about it. Well, I messed that
Way to
up.
go!
Oh, poor
Way to
thing.
go! Way to go! Pikachu!
Alright, that was very nice.
Pikachu!
Also, swag levels are very important in this run.
Way to go!
Swag strats, you said?
Yes, swag levels are very important in this run.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of different frame perfect tricks you can do with swaps. If I like get any, I'll try to point them out.
Same.
Way to go! Go! Pikachu!
Okay.
Good Koga.
I'm a Pokemon now! Prepare!
Alright, that was a really good Sabrina there. Yeah, so on these first 8 stages or so, we're just trying to top them off as quick as possible usually. And I'm just about to be getting into the second half of the run where the AI gets a lot better. That's where we come across Tracy, or how we like to call him Tulsi, because he wrecks a lot of runs. So that's when we'll try to like actually time our garbage drops. Because like I said, there is the weird thing where if the AI cannot find a clear on the bottom garbage block, they will freak out and die, even if they had a clear elsewhere. So now that the AI's cursor speed is getting really good, we don't want to drop the garbage just whenever. We want to try to time it right. So I'm going to be chaining as long as I can until I find an opening here. And I'm actually...
Give up?
My run's actually going pretty well right now.
I'm gonna win!
Okay, we should probably also bring up reset strats at this point as well. If it looks like the AI has a lot of blocks after your initial chain fails, then you can consider doing a reset to try to go for that cheesy call again.
Tracy. I love it when they just have like the perfect setup for blocks.
Every opponent is giving me trouble.
That's just how it works sometimes. Where like you can be doing everything correctly, and then the AI will just have the blocks in the perfect position, or you'll have the setup where usually they die, except they just have some BS clear lined up, and then they happen to get it. So it's possible to spend minutes on a stage.
I'll take a 13-second Koga.
Dude, very nice.
Be nice.
Literally the first stage that has gone well.
Dude, shout out to this amazing game.
Where this game really shines, though, is as a PvP game.
Dude, 23-second rocket.
Way to go!
What's my timer at? 7:53? I'm on PB pace.
I'm on 8
Way to go!
You're on a time that exists pace?
Also, don't raise your stack all the way to the top without a plan. It won't end well.
I'm gonna win!
I don't know. Last night I got a mystery chain. I suppose we should mention.
You won't.
No.
Chain above 15.
Way to go!
The game just stops displaying what the win is.
Depends on your options, actually. There's an option to
Okay, you
display
know
a
what?
chain no matter how long it gets.
I messed that up there.
You won't.
Yeah, I can mystery
Oh
chain.
no! I did not notice Sabrina dropping a block on me, and I pulled a Mewtwo. Whoops.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that'll happen. Well, I messed that up, so I hope...
Why did I sign up for this again? Oh, that was actually one of those frame perfect swaps I was talking about. You might have noticed that counted as 2 separate chains.
I'm gonna win!
Jowser, the Pokemon you pick doesn't matter. It's all purely cosmetic.
You won't. Way to go!
Yeah, so I had to reset on that Geo, but I'm still on pretty good pace. I just want you guys to know that you don't get excited about a PB in this game until you have PB'd, because it can just all come crashing down.
Correct.
Especially the
Correct.
final stage.
How many world records have been ruined by Mewtwo? Way too many.
Way to go!
Couple. Actually, my Mewtwo like really helped me out with my world record.
I'm gonna win! Way to go! I'm gonna win!
And typically, when you get a personal best in this game, you do so by very large amounts of time.
Well, actually, you say that, but I actually had like when I was first running this game, I got like 3 6-second PBs in a row, which is just unbelievable, just given how much.
And there's another example of a frame perfect swap to delay a chain and make it into 2 separate chains. What I did with the gray blocks there.
Alright, if this Richie doesn't end soon,
This is ridiculous. I'm still on Sabrina. She's just finding literally every clearer.
yeah, I had that happen a little bit yesterday. Where it's like, so the cursor speed isn't as good in V-Hard, but sometimes they'll just have stuff lined up where the cursor speed doesn't matter. So that's really annoying. Alright, Richie, if you can just be done, please.
And as a player, you don't have to have super high cursor speed to be able to do well in this game. You just need to be able to see chains, watch your opponent, and, well, getting lucky helps too.
I would say if you want to get a really good time in S-Hard, you need good cursor speed, just because good cursor speed will like increase your odds of like being able to get the chains you need. Because like being able to chain a long time is pretty important.
Cursor speed helps, but it's not.
I'm gonna win!
Lucky was the guy.
Right, you don't need that. Like, you don't need...
Sabrina, please! 3 minutes on V-Hard is just not reasonable.
Dude, I was like yelling at this game yesterday.
There, finally a crush kill. So what we mean by a crush kill is when you run your opponent out of moves. By sending them enough trash.
Right, that's when they literally don't have any moves left.
And that's something that's very, very important for you to avoid. You need to play with that in mind, both when you're playing against the AI and when you're playing against another human.
Way to go! Way to go!
I do not like that setup.
I'm gonna win!
What is with this computer clearing both of the 4s?
There we go. 32-second Lorelei.
Way to go!
Yeah, people doing most of the commentary now are me, Tayman, in the upper right, and Raikou in the middle.
Way to go! I'm gonna win!
Oh, that's not very helpful. True,
I'm gonna win!
Finally in the back half.
Oh man, that's really rough, dude.
My Pokemon move!
Just every single stage except Sabrina was terrible.
Dude, what'd I tell you? Yeah, Raikou just got a PB recently.
I got a personal best in the very last run that I did before the event.
So that means he used up all of his luck before the race, which is a bad strategy.
That's too bad, because...
It's always how it works.
Okay, now this is going to be one of those cases where I want to keep an eye on the AI to try to drop the chain. I do like that pillar though. Oh, Tracy found it.
I'm gonna win.
And if you're familiar with other puzzly games like Tetris Attack, the speedrun of that game is very different.
Yes.
I'm gonna win.
Because basically Tetris Attack doesn't have like AI exploits like this game does, so it's just a matter of topping off your opponent as fast as you can. Wow, I just got 30-second Gary. And I'm going into Mewtwo.
Go! I'm gonna win.
This is actually like a really good race.
Way to go! Go! I'm gonna win.
Really thinking about resetting on this Tracy.
I'm gonna win.
I think if Tracy gets through this garbage block, it'll reset.
I'm gonna win.
Oh yeah, also, you cannot reset on Mewtwo.
That's correct, because if you
Are you
lose
kidding Mewtwo? Come on.
if you lose to Mewtwo, you have to redo Gary 2.
I'm gonna win.
Yes, time.
GG. Isn't that only like a couple minutes off your PB?
My PB is 14:30.
GG,
So-
nice time.
I'm a Pokemon.
Yeah, so for reference, when we did a PPL tournament a couple years back, or about a year and a half back, like usually like winning times would be over 20 minutes just because of the RNG nature of this game. But I got a super god tier run. So this, like in a proper tournament setting, this probably would have won. Because I had some pretty good execution and some really good luck there.
I don't know how that doesn't win. Maybe if you're up against like FFR or someone.
Yeah, if you're up against, the top tier runners of this game are, I'd say myself, FFR Pro, Cards of the Heart is really good, BB40,
I'm feeling giddy.
I like
Hanji.
being
I like being smart's pretty good, probably like maybe a tier below the very top runners, but she's still good at this game. Like you can definitely be good at this game without like being one of the best runners, just because
I'm feeling giddy.
like it's hard to be good at this game because to develop the field vision you need and the cursor speed you need. The reason I'm so good at this game is because Tetris Attack was the very first game I played when I was 5 years old. So I got a pretty good head start when I started speedrunning this.
Most people are either good at cursor speed or vision, but not both. I'm one of those players that's much better at vision than cursor speed. You might actually be able to see my cursor speed is significantly slower than either of these two. And then somebody like Cards of the Heart, his cursor speed isn't as high as the other top tier runners, but he will see anything. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing he will miss ever.
He has
Yeah.
special eyes.
And the thing about this game is that sometimes you're not going to see something. Like if you go back and watch maybe a replay, you might drop a chain and then look back and see something you missed. So you're not going to see everything all the time, but Card is very good at spotting this way. Like he gets combos out of nothing. And yeah, Julie, I did forget Yoshi, but he's more of a Tetris Attack runner than a Pokemon Puzzle League runner. But he has he got like an 1830 in S hard like in just a few attempts. An 1830 in this game an S hard is insane.
That should be good.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah, this is a crush kill.
Yeah, so I can. Oh, go ahead.
I got through the last 3 stages pretty quickly. I'm up to Lorelei finally.
Are you ready?
Yeah, it usually happens in bunches in this game, where you'll get, like, you're not going to get all bad stages. Like, you can get, like, a cluster of bad stages and then a cluster of good stages. The most important thing in this mode, in V-Hard, is to top off your opponent, because, like I said, their cursor speed isn't as good. So usually, eventually, they'll kill themselves. That's not the case in S-Hard, where...
I'm gonna win.
Oh yeah, one more line is, yeah, see, that's exactly what happens. If you do not top off your opponent, and then you'll see that you are one line away from killing them, and then they raise their stat and get clear. That feels bad, man.
I did like that 5 combo at the end of that chain, though. That was sweet.
Oh, you should probably mention stop time at some point.
Oh yeah, stop time. So, stop time is an invisible counter that counts down when your screen is full up of garbage. And as soon as that invisible timer runs out, you die. So, stop time does not count down while you are clearing blocks or chaining, and while the screen is shaking. So basically, if you lower your stack and you have garbage there, the screen will shake a little bit. So while the screen is shaking, the timer doesn't count down. And if you do chains, it extends your stop time a little bit.
That's also the reason why in the first half of the run, you never saw me send a chain larger than 7.
Way to go.
Because 7 is the biggest chain you can send without having the extended shake time from the larger blocks. Because if you send a really big block, the screen will shake a lot more than it otherwise would.
A nice kill on roll, I like it.
Thanks.
I don't know how big our stream delay is here, but I'm going to try to commentate a little bit on the action.
I'm gonna win.
And also follow chat. So someone asks, how is the environment of facing a person in PvP versus a CPU? There's a huge change in strategies because you cannot rely on the AI exploit because you're actually going against a person. So people have their different strategies for versus. You can play very conservatively and always try to leave yourself clear for garbage and then just try to outlast your opponent. Or you can... What I try to do is I try to blitz my opponents because I have really good cursor speed and I can start chains pretty quickly. So I try to send stuff as quick as I can in PvP. And try to send get my opponent off guard.
Too many panels. My favorite strategy also another note in PvP is we usually play on a much higher level than this is, and what we mean by level is the rate that the blocks clear. So, as well as the amount of stop time is greatly reduced. I want to say at the level you typically play at for tournaments, you have something like 20 frames of stop time.
Way to go. I'm gonna win.
Oh yeah, the stop time can be greatly reduced in versus if you're playing at a higher level. It's insane if you watch higher level versus play, because the blocks might be literally falling twice as fast as they are right now. Also did a little plug for the Puzzle General Discord server. We have people that are into lots of different puzzle games, like Columns, Puzzle League, of course, Dr. Mario, Puyo Puyo, even more obscure things like Meteos. People play that. anything else that I'm forgetting.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
I've done some Buster move.
And also, if you want to play this online, panel attack is a thing.
Oh yeah, we have panel attack. So that's like an online PvP clone of Tetris Attack, like, but with the same. I think it has the same physics, I believe. So that is really neat. Oh, that's a really bad block arrangement, Raikou, but you got it. Also, Jowser, S-Hard is runnable. It's considered the most difficult category in Puzzle League. And
I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's fine. In Puzzle League, you just have to let your frustrations vent. Because it is a bad video game. It's not a bad video game, it's a bad speed game.
It's a very bad speed game.
Like,
I don't know why people run this.
It's because we have a problem.
It's an amazing PvP game, I'll tell you that.
But yeah, S-Hard is runnable. I'd say it's considered the premier category in Puzzle General, because Puzzle General started. It was started by a bunch of Puzzle League runners, like way back in 2013 or 2014. So basically, like, if you are not like good enough at the game casually, like as far as chaining goes, like, you might not be able to beat S-Hard because the AI chains so well, and it's just so difficult to top them off if, like, you do not know how to chain well. So, if you want to see an S-Hard run, you can watch my world record video on YouTube, or you can watch anything by Cards of the Heart has some good times, and you can also...
Any of the GDQ runs in Puzzle League, really.
Right, I was about to say that, too.
Should be a crush kill.
Yeah, if you check out the GDQ videos, because those actually have the explanations on there. Yeah, the GDQ videos have, like, longer times, like, just because of the RNG, and they can't, like, reset for good times. But in a GDQ run, you get all the commentary, which is really fun.
And having all the nuances of the category explained is really nice, because especially S-Hard is very nuanced and nice drop.
Oh geez, Conkles had a bad block arrangement there, and he's going to take the death, but death doesn't really matter in this game, you just reset right away.
Oh, I didn't realize Conkles was still going, because he was ahead by like 3 or 4 stages earlier.
Yeah, that's just how this game goes. I think we had, about a year and a half ago,
Good for you.
during our tournament, like, some guy had like a 5 or 6 stage lead, and then he did a hard reset on his console, just to do like a... like an RNG seed reset. That's not how it actually works, but like when you are having that bad of luck, you will try anything. So he does a hard reset on his console.
I don't know how that worked, but...
Yeah, I don't know how that worked is probably one of the most common things you will hear in Puzzle League.
Alright, so now, remember, you can't reset on Mewtwo, so you're kind of at the game's mercy, and you do have to keep your guard up, because Mewtwo is more than capable of topping you off, even in V-Hard.
Yeah, and that's where cursor speed's a little more important, because usually, if you're not on S-Hard, the AI is not going to top you off as much. But
That
if
was
you're
a
top off...
nice frame perfect swap to extend that chain.
I'm going to win.
That was such an unlucky attempt to change.
So now, because my initial chain failed, I'm kind of at the mercy of the AI.
Way to go!
I'm going to win.
It's late.
I'm going to win.
I would say well... So, like, there's a joke in S-Hard called Mewtwo is free, and that's because Mewtwo is so good at chaining in S-Hard that usually he will just clear himself off of blocks and make it really easy to get the quick kill.
I'm going to
So remember that the quick kill is when we send a pattern of garbage such that one garbage block falls down to the bottom. And if a garbage block falls down to the bottom, it makes it more likely that the AI won't find a clear on it.
I'm gonna win.
So then, like, Mewtwo will give you that setup a
I'm
lot.
going to win.
But if you don't get that kill right away, Mewtwo can drag you on for, like, over 10 minutes sometimes. Like, I have a Mewtwo that
I'm going
was...
to win.
I once had a Mewtwo stage that was 1730.
I'm going to win.
And 1730 on a single stage, that's longer than, like, 4 or 5 runners' entire PBs. So Mewtwo, like, for a high level runner, a Mewtwo stage can go longer than your entire PB. And you can't reset on it either, so you're just kind of stuck.
I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
That was a pretty swaggy chain, I'll take that. Like, I don't even care, because we're overestimate at this point. Welcome to Puzzle League. Oh,
You said
done.
the estimate is 40 minutes?
30, yeah, I just finished.
Or, yeah. Yeah, the S-Hard estimate is 30 minutes, even though the world record is 15:35. That's just to account for all of just how bad the RNG can get. A 40-minute run for a high-level runner is about as bad as you can imagine it to be.
Yeah, I'm sorry for going overestimate. I didn't think that the back half I played pretty well, but the front half was just awful. That's a weird problem to have on V-Hard, because usually the front half is more consistent than the back half.
Yeah, the cursor speed is, for that AI, is not as good in the first half. Yeah, so GG's on Raikou for finishing up. And can we get some RNG bless for Conkles as he finishes out this run? Yeah, so at this point, it's just going to be a matter of, for Conkles, keeping Lorelei topped off and waiting for her to kill herself, because the AI in the second half of V-Hard isn't as good. It's pretty good, but it's not as good as in S-Hard, so usually if you wait long enough, they'll kill themselves just because they won't be able to find a clear.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. We won't say by who, but they were definitely made.
I'm just gonna say they were made by Nintendo with how they treated this series.
Say that again?
I'm just gonna say the mistakes were made by Nintendo with how they treated the series.
I turned Conkle's volume up a little bit, so hopefully you can hear him a little bit better. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I can hear them a little better now.
Sorry about that. That was my bad. I guess while I'm waiting for Conkles to finish up, I'll hop into 3D Marathon, the best mode in the game.
That's not spa service.
3D Marathon. Yeah, you misspelled spa service there.
That's a good mode too, though. I like that mode.
And I'm doing some frame-perfect tricks in puzzle mode.
Those are
Yes.
relevant in puzzle mode? I haven't looked at puzzle mode.
So the reason why I like 3D Marathon so much is you can just make ridiculously long chains. Unfortunately, 3D mode is not playable PvP because the N64 just cannot handle it.
Yeah, if you wanna, even worse than that is 3D mode on the virtual console. So basically, if you want to run spa service in this game, and spa service is just like a line clear game where you just need to clear as many blocks as you can and get the block level below a certain line.
Hi, what can I do?
When you
for
get into the latter half of spa service, it turns into 3D mode. And on the Wii VC, the 3D mode lags super hard. So if you want to run spa service, you have to get it on the N64.
Because
Assuming you want
Nintendo doesn't know
official
how to
hardware.
emulate their own game, Kappa.
I don't think anyone knows how to emulate the N64.
Well, I just talked to them. Good thing I'm not emulating.
Oh yeah, is that still a problem? Like I thought there's a patch you could download for that.
I don't know. I know it wasn't
Window!
Yeah, so basically,
Window!
with Bruno on emulation, if you die on Bruno, like apparently the emulated version of this game, like it doesn't have the game over screen for Bruno, so it just crashes, basically.
Which I don't understand why, because I don't recall there being unique game over screens. Only because there's a line of content.
But with 3D mode, you have literally 3 times the amount of blocks to work with, so you can make incredibly long chains. We're talking chains in the 40s.
Window!
Yeah, I think my highest chain in standard is like, I think it's like an 18. My highest.
That sounds about right. When I played this game casually, I used to do a ton of time zone. And for those of you not familiar with what time zone is, like even speedrunners don't know what time zone is, Kappa. It's a mode where you're given 2 minutes to score as many points as possible. If you're familiar with Tetris, it's like Ultra Mode,
Window!
which is just a timed score attack. Another fun thing I've done with 3D mode when I was young was using it to set up like a 36 combo.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's something you could set up because you have you can actually scroll all the way around and rearrange the blocks that way.
It's because with 3D mode the cylinder is actually 3 regular screens wide.
Yeah, okay, so that's how wide it is?
Yes, it's 18 panels. It's 18 panels around.
Window!
Yeah, and if you ever do, like if you ever go into puzzle mode and you go pull up some of the 3D puzzles, a lot of the 3D puzzles are like, they're not hard, they're just show-offy.
I like those though, those are really fun to watch.
They are. They're kind of like the Puzzle League equivalent of those automatic Mario levels in Mario Maker.
Ooh, I'm on Mewtwo now.
Good luck.
Nice. Yeah, good luck on Mewtwo.
I'm hoping to just get Infinite Scroll Glitch.
Can we give Conkles another dose of RNG Bless, please? did you mess up on Mewtwo?
Yeah, I downstacked like a dummy.
Oh jeez, that's rough. Well, luckily you're not stuck on an S-Hard Mewtwo.
That's everyone's first S-Hard clear. Stuck on YouTube for weeks.
Literal weeks. I wonder what would happen if you put on, like, 2 S-Hard Mewtwo's against each other.
And that's a really good example of how large the chains can get in 3D mode. I just made a 36 chain.
Conkles almost had it there.
There is actually a limit to how large of a garbage block you can send, though. The limit on that, I believe, is a 13 chain, which sends a block the size of the screen.
Right, you cannot send a garbage block any larger than that, because it can't go larger than the screen, basically. So it's really satisfying if you get a crush kill on an opponent and they have like 5 blocks left, and then the rest of their screen is just full up.
That's very common playing the game casually if you're not aware of the strategies used for the speedrun. Because typically what will happen if you don't know strategies is you just chain until the AI dies, which in S-Hard can take an extremely long time, as is easily demonstrated.
Yeah, so just to provide some context, before the AI exploit was discovered, I think it was discovered sometime in like 2014 or late 2013. The world record before that trick was discovered was something like 25 minutes. And then as soon as that trick was found and people started grinding it, the record fell down. It went down to sub 20, and then it got all the way down to like the low 17s, and then I brought it down to like a 1535, which wasn't really the result of new strategies, but just insane luck in this game. So yeah, like finding the AI exploit was like, it made this game runnable, I'd say, because otherwise you could just get, like, the AI could keep you going forever in S-Hard.
And if you want to see more races like this, we do have tournaments every year that alternate Puzzle League and Tetris Attack, I believe.
Is that how that works?
I believe we alternate Tetris Attack and Pokemon Puzzle League. And this year...
Oh, go ahead.
And this year, I believe the tournament is Pokemon Puzzle League. Because
I think that makes sense.
That was terrible on my part.
Yeah, that's just Puzzle League for you. Like, that can happen to anyone. Like, I think even Cards has gotten a 50-minute S-Hard.
I was doing some runs last night, and the highest I got was like a 27, something like that. So
the highest I got was like a 25, and then this happened. Just welcome to Puzzle League.
Yeah. So the straps are made up, and the timer doesn't matter.
Sounds about right. GG, by the way. Sorry for going over estimate.
Sorry for the sun rising. But yeah, that's Pokemon Puzzle League. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. I've found that Puzzle League is it's not a game that people think about often, but when they see it in a marathon, it's something they really like. Do you guys have fun?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a surprisingly deep game.
We should wrap up shortly. Messages from the Discord I just checked.
Okay.
We should, yeah.
Alright, yeah, that was Pokemon Puzzle League. Feel free to follow the runners if you like watching the puzzle action. Feel free to jump in our Discord, and yeah. And stay tuned for the rest of the marathon.
Have a good one.